The headlights cut through the fog like a dull blade, revealing a jagged neon sign flickering against the void. The Hotel Normandy. Babak and Netta were beyond exhausted, their GPS dead and their infant crying in the back seat. The building looked like a tomb of brick and mortar, but in the heart of a night that felt 1,000 hours long, it was the only sanctuary left on the map. They stepped into the lobby, where the air was thick with the smell of wet earth and old copper. The night clerk was a mannequin of a man, his skin like yellowed parchment, and his eyes fixed on a point just behind their heads. He handed them a heavy brass key without a word, his fingers cold as ice. If you can feel the chill through the screen, be sure to like this video right now. In room 414, the silence wasn't empty, it was heavy, pressing against their eardrums like deep-sea pressure. Babak went to check the window, but there was no street below, only a suffocating oily blackness that seemed to swallow the light. When he turned back, the shadows in the corner had grown teeth, stretching toward the crib. Share this story with someone who never travels alone. A rhythmic scratching started behind the wallpaper, the sound of long fingernails dragging against dry wood. Netta whispered her husband's name, but when he turned to look at her, her face was a blur of static for a fleeting second. The room was shrinking, the walls pulsing with a slow, rhythmic heartbeat that matched the dread rising in their own chests. They tried to flee, bolting for the door, but the hallway had transformed into a seamless loop of identical doors and flickering lights. No matter how fast they ran, room 414 remained right behind them, its door swinging open in a silent invitation. Subscribe to our channel now so you don't get lost in the dark with them. Suddenly, a figure appeared at the end of the hall. A woman with her mouth sewn shut with rusted wire, weeping tears of black ink. She was a manifestation of the secret Babak had kept buried for years, a ghost of a guilt he thought he had outrun. The hotel wasn't just a place to sleep, it was a predator that fed on the rot of the human soul. The walls began to bleed a dark viscous fluid that smelled of old secrets and forgotten graves. Netta realized that the hotel was demanding a sacrifice, the truth or their lives. She fell to her knees, screaming out the confessions she had hidden, her voice cracking the psychic grip of the building as the hallway began to shudder and warp. For a heartbeat, the darkness recoiled, and a sliver of gray light appeared at the end of the corridor. Netta grabbed the baby and ran toward the light, her heart hammering against her ribs like a trapped bird. She didn't look back to see if the thing reaching for her heels was a hand or a shadow. Turn on the notification bell so you're ready when the next episode drops. As the sun finally broke over the horizon, Netta looked in the rearview mirror and saw the hotel vanished into the mist, as if it had never been there. But inside the Normandy, the clocks remained frozen, and Babak was still standing in room 414. He looked into the vanity mirror and saw only an empty frame. He was now a part of the hotel's architecture. The night is long for those with heavy hearts, and the Hotel Normandy always has one room vacant. If you find yourself lost on a road that never ends, keep driving, for some doors are one-way trips into eternity. Join us next time for more night horrors, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay alerted for the next terrifying tale.